Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is your boy Maziar here, and we are back with another Clash of Clans video. And guys, on to this video, we're actually going to be jumping into the clan capital, and here I'm going to be showcasing you a Barbarian camp base, which is a level 5 maxed out, and also a capital peak base level 10 completely fully maxed out. So we're gonna see these bases. I have actually tested the Barbarian camp with my friend Mogstar, and also we have put it in this raid weekend that you can already see it's going on. So I'm going to show you the defenses on it currently as well, so just stay tuned, take your screenshots if you want as well, and also let me know if you need any bases for any other districts down below in the description. And also if you needed a custom base for your own clan, or for example, I don't know, maybe a pack of the whole districts for your clan, go and check out the link I'm gonna give you down below in the description, which is for the blueprint, because I'm officially a blueprint base builder for Clan Capital. So we make custom bases there and you can purchase it very nicely. I'm gonna have all the links of those, like websites, Discord channels and everything, down below in the description. Check it out, and I hope you like this video overall. But let's just jump into it, man. Let's go. First off, let's go to the defenses of this base. You can see already Barbarian camp 4 attacks right here, and if you go to the previous one, and they haven't attacked the other ones, so like the upper ones yet, the Barbarian camp, but we go here 5 attacks on this base. But don't worry, we're gonna show also a nice attack that Mogstar did on this base with the hogs, which is, oh my god, I actually just see this, 41 hits. What is that? That's the first time I think I ever seen this. What? This is just show you how strong the bases are. Like overall, of course, this is probably a very bad camp, but let's see the Barbarian camp, 6 attacks. That is crazy. Actually, let me see the capital peak. Oh my days, this is crazy. But this is probably not the best clan, of course, as you might know. But let's go to more defense log. We have the 27 attack. Let's see the Barbarian camp, 4 hits again, and let's go to the one underneath the 27 attack, 21, which is one of the lowest attacks we've hit. But let's see 3 attacks. This is the most you can get on this base. There's no way you can get this base in 2 attacks. It is a tough one. If you try for a few times, maybe you are able to get it in 2, sorry, because the meta already, it's a bit broken with the graveyard spell, the hogs, maybe some rocket loons. It's broken, but we have tested it with my friend. So this base in the first attacks or even the second attacks does not get tripled. But let's actually jump into this base and see exactly what is all this base about. And guys, this is the base, man. This is the base that defends really well for us right now, and it's just amazing how it can defend against any graveyard strategy. And that's 2 reasons. First of all, the first one is simple, the back end. Take a look at what is back there. There's a giant cannon which is on this side, and then there's another one. But the most important thing is the bomb towers, which can defend both the giant cannons and also the rocket artillery at the same time in the same angle, which is gonna be nice. And we have a mortar in the middle. We might be asking why. It's really simple. First off, of course, it's because of its range, but actually let me actually go out of this first. But the good thing about mortar, guys, is when it shoots 1 and 2, and if there's no more troops like in that area that it was originally shooting and targeting, it will switch targets and it shoots 2 more mortars on the other side. So that means you might get lucky with a very good mortar drop. So you can drop the mortar or like the shots nicely on these skellies around the base. It can help you a lot if a certain area is dead, so other 3 shots will be in somewhere else. So these mortars cover everything very nicely. And we have 2 bomb towers covering the mortar itself and also covering these stuff as well. So take a look at how hard hitting the back end is. That's again another good thing about the hogs, and for example how this base can defend against the hogs, that's what I mean, is the early traps. These bombs is gonna cost so much HP from the hog riders, and if you don't have a heal spell, it's gonna be a tough call because there is so much HP in the second layer of this base. There is Teslas, there is giant bombs, and also air bombs with the multi-cannon, 2 giant posts. This is so much HP that the attacker has to go through to get to the next layer. And you might be saying, well, the attacker could come from the side. That's completely fine. If they want to go go injured from here, it's completely fine. Their hogs will still have to come down here, deal with these HP. This capital peak will be in the, not the capital peak, sorry, the district hall will be in the middle, defending a lot of the stuff. And also, you might be wondering, why do we have these buildings a bit like, you know, one is up, one is down, one is up, one is down? It's really simple reason, and that's rocket loons. So the rocket loons could be a very devastating troop if your base is a bit compact. This is a compact base, I would say, but it has a lot of double tall gaps for the super wizards, just the necessary parts of the base. But overall, if you take a closer look, sometimes if you drop a rocket loon in here, it can go, and if this defense is a bit back, so it's here, the rocket loon could go and drop the bomb and get two defenses at the same time. So I really didn't want to have that option for the attacker. So now the rocket loon will have to go one by one to each defense if it needs to target it, and it won't damage the defense right next to it. So that's a simple reason right there. And also, these three giant bombs right here can take really good I would say distraction. You can distract the super wizards with that what do you call the strategy? I don't actually know the name, but it's the ram super wizards with the graveyard, because the giants can easily pull these wizards anywhere they go. They have so much HP again. And also, we have the two rocket artilleries in the middle of the base, not exactly middle of course, because you need it to be symmetric, but these rocket artillery can actually damage quite a bit when they are really far from the attacker, if the attacker goes from the lower side. Of course, if they go from the side, there's gonna be the other rocket artillery and also the other multi-cannon, well, the giant cannon, that can really be hurtful and really hard to reach from any angle they want to enter this base. Also, as you guys can see, I tried to put some buildings on the outside right here, so in case people really want to try to super barb around the base, they have it just a bit tougher time. So not there's any like one super barbarian can come and clear out your whole side of the base. So that's a small little tip right there. You can put one or two of the defenses outside. You don't have to be like, everything doesn't have to be inside walls. It's a nice thing about clan capital. And also, these defenses could actually pull the hogs to the outside in case some of them are dropped. Not the best, like it's just a bit weird, but basically it for the barbarian camp. Also, one more thing, I'm gonna mention these mortars. You might be thinking these are so much on the outside, or like these air defenses, they can easily be targeted. That is one thing, but if you take a closer look, if the attacker want to target these stuff, that means the attacker will most likely attack from this side anyway. But then take a look at the other mortar and the other air defense, super far, which means it's gonna be a very hard time for the attacker to get through all the base. And when that mortar is still alive and the air defense, it can still do splash and also air damage to a lot of the buildings. Now let's go and see some replays on the barbarian camp with a meta army that is currently being used with, I would say, most of the players that are, you know, doing the raid weekend, and that is the graveyard hogs. Alright, this is the base, and let's go see these hog riders in action and those bombs. Actually, I want to just showcase how strong the entrance can be. And guys, don't worry, this player is a very decent player. You can already see he took out two giant bombs with that graveyard. That is a really genius move, but look at the bombs, taking so much HP from the hog riders. And also, the rocket artilleries will now target the skellies and not the hogs. So this is still kind of, I would say, not the weakness, but it's something that the attacker can do, not dropping the graveyard on top of the rocket artillery, which means the rocket is going to target the hogs. This is like the best way to go and attack the base, because, well, you got so much percent at the beginning, you emptied a lot of the stuff, but if you take a closer look, you still have so much splash damage that I don't think you can get in your second attack. It's impossible to get it, and we're gonna see how this player does. Alright, this time he's dropping 3 graveyard on top from, for example, on rocket artillery and also the mortar, trying to distract everything. He has 6 graveyard spell in the field, but I just want to show you the damage this base can deal to the hogs. One lightning, of course, is going to use it, dropping some hogs, and well, he got some few bombs, dropping the hogs around. This is exactly the way you want to drop the hogs, by the way. So if the rocket artillery, you can see on the top left side, shoots your hogs, you're not going to lose all the hogs. But look at the skellies and look at the bomb towers. That's exactly why you have those bomb towers on top. Take a look how fast they are killing those skellies, and there is no way that graveyard spell with the hogs is going to take out that I would say rocket artillery. And take a look at the giant cannons. They are demolishing the skellies and the hogs right with each other. There is no way you can enter any side to get the giant cannon itself, just because of the way the base is designed. It will pull everything down, and look at the mortar just demolishing any skellies left, any hogs. It can damage to splash, of course, if there's hogs and skellies next to each other, and it's super hard to reach because you have so much HP from the left and the right, center, back, anywhere you want. You see that mortar in the middle? It's super hard to reach it, but it can do really hard hitting damage on your troops. So we're gonna go, of course, to the next hit, which will be the rocket loons. I'm not gonna show you, of course, how it triples the rest, but let's see the next hit and see what he does. Alright, rocket loons, he zapped, actually guys, a few of those air defenses. So this one actually was the older design of the Barbarian camp. I have changed a few things before I showed you. This is an older version, not too much old, but of course I changed a few stuff. You can see already the weakness that I was talking about, that rocket loons in the middle. This is exactly what he wanted to do, and he showed me the weakness. He showed me what was the weakness of this base. Lightning's the core, like the air defenses in the middle. He can use another lightning attack on the second one, and this was by far the closest attack he got to attacking this base, like trying to get it in 2 attacks. But let's go to the next one and see what he did. More rocket loons, 7 lightnings, lightning the top air defenses, and you can already see not many air defenses left, guys. Not many air defenses. Take a look. It's just 2 air defense left with 2 air bombs. This can be devastating for you as an attacker, like as a defender, sorry. But that's why I changed the base. I switched around some stuff and it's way better. But even with this layout that was the older design, even with the most values he got from those lightnings and from the rocket loons, there is so much base to get through, guys. So much base, and overall everything defends each other. Like every defense really help each other out nicely. Let's go to the next base, and that is going to be the capital peak right here. This is an anti 3-star design, of course, but of course it's not really anti 3-star. It's just the way I call it. But I really started liking these designs because it can be really helpful, and I'm going to explain to you why. So the best things about this design, and the first thing about this design, is the blast bows. The way you can place them that can do so much damage around any side of the space. One blast bow can cover 75% of these type of bases, which means anywhere on this map, if they drop a graveyard, they drop hogs, this blast bow can be really devastating. And we have another one, just imagine. So that is it for that. Like, that's just the opener of me explaining. And by the way, I have not tested this, as I mentioned. I have not tested it in this raid weekend, or my friend hasn't hidden it, because I built this base actually in the raid weekend, so I couldn't challenge it anymore. It was locked for 3 days, so that's my bad, I know. But we'll see what it happens in the next raid weekend. But I hope you enjoyed this base, and also just make it, look at it and see if there is any changes you need to make, and just run it on the next raid weekend. Who knows, you might get very decent defenses. But let me explain this base and how it works. First things you're gonna notice when you enter this base is these 2 compartments. A lot of people could try to go around the base and enter from any other side of this base, you can see, but they won't do that. A lot of the players will just go enter from this side. That's why I have a lot of the bombs on this side itself too. Now this time around, I haven't put a blast bow behind the town hall. I thought to myself, let me put a giant cannon and see how this does. So the giant cannon can have access to left side, like sorry, the right side of the town hall, and this dragon here can have access to the left side. So if any archers or any wizards, anything comes for the town hall, they are gonna be dealing with them nicely, and them themselves, they are really far from the town hall, so the double tile gap is there for the super wizards to not be able to take them out. And also with the wall compartments is still double tile, so very nicely I would say against the super wizards in general, or even super dragons if some players use it. But the first bombs that you can see already, the entrance bombs, is for the hogs. In case anyone just want to spam hogs in the base, try to get the most value, they're not going to be really able to do that. We have these zap traps right here, and I'm going to explain these zap traps on this style of bases, because one thing is important is about the core and about what happens if the wall break open a certain wall. So look at here, if there was a wall break to open, for example this wall, they would have access to the giant cannon, but they need another wall break to go access to the capital peak. So again, a lot of the walls, if you drop and get them through, you're not going to be able to reach a certain defense because everything is double tall. But we still have to, you know, kind of counter the bombs with the zap traps in areas that you know there will be rams coming. So for example, right here in the middle, rams could come from upside or on the lower side or the other side. But if you want to put the zap trap a bit higher, that's up to you, go for it. I would actually suggest to put it higher. This is, I think, a bit better, just one tile higher, guys. Okay, go for it. So you can see already I'm explaining things, but I can learn from my own kind of small mistakes in the base building too. Now we have two entrances, of course. One is from the normal side, the other one a lot of people might think could be easy is the other side, giant cannon. Now you might be wondering, of course I ran at the walls, for example, for that giant cannon compartment, but that is still kind of a very annoying compartment because of the way the walls are designed, with the double tile, with giant cannons, and also with the forcing you to go from this side to go inside this blast ball, having, you know, the giants and yeah, super giant post, and also some lock traps. And well, overall I would say that's a hard compartment to get through. And guys, let me walk you through a few of these entrances. You can see the single tower inferno. We have splash damage defenses, guys, next to each of these I would say big defenses that they are quite major, I would say. But look at that bomb tower. I tried to place it in a way that it can defend the single and it can defend the other rocket artillery at the same time, because it has quite a good range, I would say. But then the other side of the rocket artillery will be held with the mortar, the cannon, and the blast ball, and the other cannon. Don't forget, the cannons do really good damage against these type of defenses, the attacks that are coming, for example the graveyard and stuff. And also we have these two right here to try to defend graveyard from getting deployed on these two buildings. So that is for the graveyard. And also another entrance we have right here with the rocket artillery. This is not the best entrance, I know, there's just not too much defenses you can put, but this is how we defended it with this raid post, and you know, easily just to try to cover coming from these areas, for example. And if the attacker really wants to go and come from that area, which there is a 1% chance of an attacker doing that, well, there's still going to be a few defenses to get through before he reaches the rocket artillery, so they need to use a lot of archers or a lot of troops overall. And talking about the top side, this is the both sides that I really like about these crushers. These are the entrance points, okay? So if people really attack with hog riders, that's when the hogs are going to come into the base, but they won't go for the rocket artillery first. That is why we have these defenses like here, like the air defense or the cannon. Or for example, if you take a look at the other rocket artillery, we have this one and this one in front. It's the same with all these defenses being in front of the major defenses, which means if the hogs come, they will either go for this one or that one, and then later they will go to the rocket. But if they do go to the crusher, that is when it's going to be really annoying. And this crusher can also do really good damage to the graveyard spells themselves. And that's it. Overall, so many double tile gaps, so many, you know, good trap placement. I would say the bombs are mostly for the hogs and archers, sometimes maybe the super wizards, but because you have, I don't know, 30 rams in front of super wizards, you can't really defend that too well unless the base is actually designed to be anti-graveyard. This is not the anti-graveyard base, guys. I have designed that before. I'm gonna actually have the link of that at the end of this video in case you want to copy an anti-graveyard base and you're just getting hit with a lot of graveyard spell. But this one does defend quite well against a graveyard spell as well. It can get tripled in 3, I believe so. But if you're a really good player, it can also get tripled in 4 and 5. So that's it basically for the base. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and also check the links down below if you indeed need a custom base layout for yourself and for the clan that no one else have. I'm going to have some links on the screen right now for you guys, so go and watch them. In case you like them, leave a like right there. It can help me out a lot, and I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me lately. And overall, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. So I hope I see you soon on the next one. Take care and peace.